Ladies and gents, welcome to Six Figs. I'm Kyle, and we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff. We've got some special guests here today from Blox, Aaron Bremser and the Blockchainboy. We'll have them in just a second, but I wanted to kind of kick things off. We've got Coin Commit folks saying the most active crypto projects by GitHub commits today. I'm running out of breath. ICP ranking at +9. I mean, this thing has been in the top 5 here for the last year and a half by most commits. And if you don't know what this means, it basically means that projects are choosing to commit to a chain. The one and only, folks, the Raging Cajun Dominic Williams, throwing out some alpha today. Publishing formal math specifications for blockchain protocols is essential for security. In their absence, a blockchain isn't really a blockchain. Here's how to switch off Solana. Many others don't publish for review either. See paper. Now, this is not some sort of stab that could compromise the security of Solana right now. However, if the Solana devs do not get this thing fixed before the fork happens, Solana is going to lose absolutely total control of their chain. Interestingly enough, I thought I saw here one of the founders of Solana had even chimed in, but you got to think about this for a second, folks. When other chains are finding problems with your blockchain, have they done the scrutiny necessary to ensure that there are no other huge black hole issues like this within their chain somewhere else? I don't know. I'm not sure. Crypto Wendy, I have super exciting announcement coming soon, and I have a hard time keeping secrets, folks. And I said, I know what it is. You might actually. I'm not going to say nothing. But we are going to bring in the folks from Blox right now. These guys are some of the hardest workers in crypto, and I've been kind of following them and what they're doing. Are you guys living together down in like Florida somewhere now, or
Yes.
like rooming? That's sick,
So
dude.
so the story is we were actually at TJ Shed's cabin over at Hidden
Okay.
Network. 3 in the morning, we had some of the co-founders together, MacBooking it on the couch. And I was like, hey Aaron, we'd be super productive if you just moved in with me.
Dude.
So 2 or 3 days later, we drove to Virginia, loaded his stuff in the back of my car, and drove to my house. And so he is currently sleeping on this pull-out couch.
Hey, that works, right? And I can tell you this, like some of the strongest businesses are built when co-founders and founders are actually living in a very close proximity to each other. So I admire that. It helps build the product to an extremely high level. You don't have any breakdowns in communications because you can just yell out the door into the other room and say, what's going on with this or whatever. So tell me about Blox. How did you guys come up with this? How's it conceptualized? What types of things are you aiming to fix? Because when I look at the Twitter page, I can't help but to pull up this little teaser dashboard that you guys have here. I'm just going to go ahead and move this over here. And I can't help but to think like this looks like some kick-ass analytics front-end dashboard. So am I that far off thinking that's what this is? Or I see that you can connect a wallet. I don't know much about this, but it looks cool.
Sure, man. I appreciate you, first of all, for bringing me on here. We've been interacting on Twitter for a while, and I know we've been meaning to do a collab, and this is a pretty good opportunity to do that. Blox is a lot of things, but let's talk about V1, which is what we're
Okay.
coming out with in Q1 of 2024. So the sneak peek you're looking at right here is our landing page and main sort of dashboard. There is a connect wallet feature, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But you probably, you're looking at this, and it probably looks very familiar to you, right? This is our main first function is simply a block explorer, right? Everyone can do a block
Nice.
explorer, but they're poorly designed, they're poorly optimized. I was actually in the process of designing this with Aaron, and I had my roommate, who's not a Web3 guy, walk behind me as we were looking at a competitor website. I'm sure you've used it before, Etherscan. And he's
Oh
like,
yeah.
what the fuck is any of this? So, Blox is what I like to kind of say is like a sort of a cake experience, because you've got a layer of icing to attract people and onboard, but you've got all of the data analytics that you actually care about underneath that exists now. So, this main teaser here is our Block Explorer, and Aaron can kind of speak to some of the features. I don't want to kind of steal the show. Aaron?
Yeah, so in our first version, we're going to have, implement some features. We're going to have the DeFi section. Obviously, we have the Block Explorer, as Lucas just talked about. We have the NFT section. I personally believe that NFTs, although, they're kind of dead right now, I think they're going to make a massive comeback. We're already seeing shitcoin starting to pump. I think in 2025, we're going to see another massive NFT bull run. We have our portfolio section, just something where it would be easy for someone to pull up their portfolio and really visualize what they have in a really nice way. We're going to have a sneak peek for that dropping soon. And then we have the airdrops, which will be coming out in V2. And then we have our alert section, which will basically allow people to be alerted. We have some interesting things. I don't know if I really want to talk about it just yet for the alert section, but we have some really things.
Cool. Let's give it a high level. Why are we here, right? Because analytics are analytics, right? I mean, right now there are a bunch of websites. I would say 10 to 15 websites that people use for all kinds of different analytics, and most of them are poorly optimized. Most of them are not a great experience when you're actually, new to Web3. It actually sucks, is what it is.
Yeah.
And so what we're doing is creating an end-to-end analytics system that someone can, come onto and research any chain, anywhere, anytime, understand the information, and everything is designed with a social gamification, so you can actually not only have a fun time looking at these analytics with cool charts, graphics, bubbles, but also share that integrated onto social media. I mean, sure, people can track their portfolio, but when you can share it in a way that's not giving out your coin numbers, that's a lot more fun. Cool. We're designing this from sort of a user perspective. Everything in crypto is built by nerds who don't understand like how to, design a fun product. And it's like, here's like this very contextual website with all this text and extreme terminology, and there's 200,000 options. What we're doing is streamlining the process while still giving you the same level of analytics. And one point that I want to stress is that we are matching the level of free analytical content from a variety of different websites and exceeding it in many cases. So there is going to be no reason not to use Blox. It's not even going to be a choice of, well, I like this project more or this project and I prefer these analytics. No, you're going to use our analytics because it's the only place that offers them all in one place in a complete package. We've got a whole ecosystem coming out. I can only share what's in V1, but let's just say this is only
share a little bit.
A little bit?
No, Aaron, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to bust your chops too much. I'm not going to bust your chops too much.
Okay, well, I will say this. V5 is going to be very exciting.
Okay. That's cool. And, this is a really cool project that you guys have going on. I can speak for myself, and I've been in the crypto space for a little while, but, when you start talking about like people that are just entering the crypto space to like, even like some veterans, when you log into like Etherscan and start kind of messing around in there, it's like Pandora's box of absolute shit as far as, what you're looking at. So it gives a lot of people from, basically new people to veterans, a lot of consternation trying to make sense of what exactly they're looking at. So I am stoked to see you guys are kind of building something to ease some of that, trouble as far as it comes to like understanding what it is that you're looking at. Like you mentioning like the cool graphs and charts and things like that. That's exactly what we need in this space. So yeah, man, I can't wait to see what goes on here. Are you guys going to launch a token? Are you guys going to launch any NFTs or anything like that? Or
there's no bullshit token ever. Never. Come back to this in 10 years. There was never a bullshit token for fucking analytics. Okay. Nice. And there's no NFTs. All right. This is a purely analytical tool. We are not going to be ruffling Gary Gensler's feathers. We are not going to be, pump and dumping. There's nothing to pump and dump unless you want to track it on Blox. And I'll tell you this, not only are we providing a more gamified experience to onboard people to Web3 while still providing the same level of content, but we're also going above and beyond with some of our features. No longer will you have to use Etherscan, Polyscan, BSC scan. You can have one website that displays all of the assets on your EVM compatible chains, and we're also going to be integrating the Internet Computer, Radix, and a whole bunch of other cryptos. Eventually, we want to be able to paste any address for any network, and it immediately pulls it up and shows you. Obviously we're not launching with all of the networks added, but it's in our roadmap because people need one place they can do everything, and I'm building it. I've launched and worked with over 100 projects when I worked with DAOmaker in the IDO space for 2 years.
Wow.
I know what it takes. And we're designing this website piece by piece, brick by fucking brick. We're laying the foundation ourselves. The first iteration of this was a 50-page Canva document that I made with Aaron at 12 a.m. every night for 2 weeks. We sat down and designed this, and then we took the Canva 50 pages and we're moving it to Figma. We're working with our Figma designer right now, but make no mistake, we are still over there obsessing over where each button is going to be laid out. Dude. Optimizing this flow is everything. And I know how to design good product experiences, and so does Aaron. And this is what we're doing. I mean, at the end of the day, we got sick of these cornball founders out here who build products that are never going to be profitable, never going to be actually used, and they mismanage their funds and then wonder why their project fails. Right. Not us.
Nice.
Yeah, and I also want to speak on, the rest of the team. Of course, we got me and Lucas, who I guess you could say are kind of the face of the brand. But we also have Patrick Sullivan. You probably know who he is, known as That Investor. He's putting in a lot of work. He's one of the founders as well. And also our development team. This is, sort of a technical, project. And our CTO, Farhan, is amazing. We have Basim as well on the front end. And then we have, Praveen, our graphics guy. And we also have our new advisor, Ian Kane, who, he came from Unbanked, and he is an absolute stud. So we have a very legitimate, team. This is not just me and Lucas, playing around. We have a team, of 9 guys. So we're really taking
this is very serious. I mean, we have right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5, 6 people full time. We are currently pre-seed, although our raise is definitely coming up. So very excited for that. I think people are going to be, it's funny. The one thing that I've showed to people, when it's the full project laid out, a 1-2 year roadmap, is that they tell me it's very ambitious. They're like, oh, well, you're going to need $5 million. Oh, you're going to need $10 million. Oh, you're going to need a team of 20 people. No, the fuck I don't. Are you kidding me? You need 10 goated guys who do nothing but work and strive for excellence, and you can do anything. I mean, people think that we're just going to clock in 9 to 5. They're just showing up for a check. When you make your reason for being what you build, you can do the work of 3, 5 people and get it done in less time. I mean, we've done probably, I would say for every 1 month of work we've done on this, it's been 3 months of actual, if this was someone just showing up for a check.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. I've started a few companies myself, and there's no time for rest at all until the job is absolutely done. So this, and in a case like this, the job will probably never be absolutely done because you're going to be busy adding new things, new coins, new features, trying to grow this like a skyscraper. But I've got to say, this dashboard looks sexy. And also, I'm wondering, is there going to be a mobile app?
So, it's interesting you say mobile app. This is definitely something we have in our roadmap. It's not something I can promise immediately or even within the first year, depending on, how we go as far as success in the initial stages. Obviously, we have a lot of robust features to build out. A mobile app would be great, but it's not a priority. We're focused on making this a really rich and unique experience on web, optimizing it, of course, for mobile as well. But we want to deliver a really polished, finished product before we just launch an app, or we have more products than just Blox here. Almost slipped up there.
Yeah. And I also like to add that this dashboard right here has been, tweaked a little bit. So there's an even better and prettier version that you all will be seeing in, the short future that we've been, working on for the dashboard.
Nice.
This is just the landing page. It's
Yeah.
just a landing page, by the way. People are meant to use blocks. The user flow is really this. You pull it up, use our block explorer. Maybe you want to check a few DeFi analytics, a few NFT analytics. Maybe you want to check your wallet for whale alerts. What we're literally tracking all of these different whale wallets, celebrity wallets, influencer wallets. You can sign up for free to get alerts direct to your email, to your phone number, wherever you want. Whenever these people buy or sell an asset, you want to sell your NFT when Steve Aoki buys in because that's the top signal. There you go. You want to track live floor prices of NFTs. There you go. Are you an NFT trader? There you go. Are you a DeFi guy? You want to track TVL? Come with us. You want to look at where all the upcoming airdrops are, performance of airdrops over the last couple of months. Potential airdrops. There's so much. There's something for everybody here, and it's not like the thing of it is it's not like any one person is our target market. Everybody who holds crypto is our target market. And we're providing a better experience. And I think, frankly speaking, any other founders of listening to this by chance of data analytics software, I'm coming for you. You better watch out. Hey, look, I'm just saying this. This is the market competition that this industry needs to push it forward. I welcome competition because I'll tell you what, I'm gonna steamroll them.
Nice. I love it, dude. I love it. You mentioned you kind of hinted at like maybe this how much will this service charge to use, because I see Blox Pro and I'm just assuming that'll be some sort of paid service, or like what's the price structures looking for something like this?
So first of all, yes, you'll be able to pay in crypto. I think that's very important as a crypto company.
Nice.
We are going to be accepting crypto. So let's just get that out of the way first. Second of all, I can't share exact details on pricing structure, even though we have internal numbers, because once we partner with, our current potential VCs, they may want to change that. We're open to changing that. But I can say right now,
totally understand.
This would, right now we're playing with the numbers, anywhere from $30 to $50, probably on the higher end because there is a lot of, for the pro version, because keep in mind, we are matching and exceeding the level of free analytical data out there prior. For the paid membership, we're delivering even higher value, and it's also going to be stuff that costs us money to use. The API connections are going to be much more expensive, and as well as building out our own solutions for this, because we can't just API everything out. We have to build a lot of things in-house. So the pro membership is for people who are serious about crypto, serious about making money, who are serious about this industry. And it's honestly not something that I think everyone should buy, because most people, they're just going to buy Bitcoin and forget about it. Blox Pro membership is for people who take this seriously and actually want to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're giving you the tools so you can do this yourself. And this is the tool I wish I had when I got into this industry in 2017.
I'm glad you guys are building it, because when you start talking about like the price points and like this be the end all spot to go to for your analytics, like that's needed, because it sucks wasting time trying to go and learn all these other block explorers, deal with all these other chains. It just sucks. So I mean, it sounds like it'll be well worth it. And like once you get this thing up and running, hey, I'd love to have you guys back to like maybe demo some of the features and stuff like that. I think that'd be pretty sick.
Well, if you'd like, I can actually, we can show you the beta product before we bring it out publicly and let you play with it. I can provide a little more detail on timeline. Right now, we're really hoping for, beginning of March for our first version.
Nice.
We have a lot of internal testing to do. We're still building out the back end right now. But I can tell you right now, I mean, whether we raise money or not doesn't matter. And that's our biggest advantage. Like all of these projects out here who have to raise money to survive, we don't need that. We're building this with or without you. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. The train is going, and investors, people who want to get involved can either get on board or not. And I don't care, because this is going to change the way that people interact with Web3 forever. If you think for a second, this isn't about to be on every YouTube channel in existence, every TikTok channel in existence, I can pick up the phone right now and call anybody, and they're going to want to work with us, because this product is not only superior, these people are my friends, a lot of them, and they know me. I have a reputation, and it's for quality. This is going to be a quality product.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I also think another thing is that this is very easy to partner with somebody with. Normally there's like some token attached, and nowadays, with the whole SEC and like, oh, you don't, the problems with tokens and all that. It's gonna be something that where it's gonna be very, advertiser friendly and all that stuff. And on top of that as well, it's like, this is something that, we're gonna continue to, drop alpha for with our Blox Pro. Like, people are gonna be getting a ton of alpha and features that they can do a bunch of cool stuff with, that they can legitimately change their life with. So yeah.
And it's funny, I haven't even touched on the most exciting thing. I won't say it, but I bet you can guess it. I bet you can guess it, dude. It's the thing everyone's talking about right now, but it's going to take us a long time to build.
Is it my guns that everyone's talking about?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, it's definitely those.
No, cool.
Just
dude.
let us cook is what I'm saying. Let us cook, and we're going to deliver a fine 3-course.
I'm there for it. I'm there for it. No, you guys, it sounds like you got some good stuff going here. I wish you guys all the best. Is there anything else that you wanted to cover with Blox?
I guess it's just this. Like, for everyone out there who thinks that there's some kind of barrier to entry to creating the next billion-dollar company, the answer is no. Anyone can do it. And I know this because I've been in the rooms with people. I've seen people who have built billion-dollar companies, and they're no smarter than you or me. They just worked hard or got lucky, and sometimes both. Mm-hmm. So the answer is, if not me, then who? And the answer right now is I'm doing this. But the thing is, you can too. For anyone who's watching this who wants to start their own thing, obviously it's taken me a long, painful road just to get here. Here now. I made a lot of mistakes, but I've learned from those mistakes, and anyone can do it. That's what I'll say.
Nice. Yeah, spoken like a true boss. Well, guys, you know what? I really appreciate you guys being here. Check out Blox Solutions, folks, on Twitter at Blox Solutions. Now, I did try to do a little snooping like on the web to see if I could type in like www.blox.com, but it takes me to Roblox. But check out Aaron Bremser here on Twitter as well. And of course, Blockchainboy. Show these guys some loves. You can find their links to their bios or their Twitter handles, and of course Blox in the pinned comment and the description. So fellas, I got to thank you for stopping by to share with us this awesome project that you're building. Can't wait to have you guys back, hear more about it. If there's anything that you guys want to help boom out to the cryptoverse, just count me in. I'm happy to help. So
yeah, and we appreciate you for having us on. I think this is the first one of the first interviews we've done for
it's the first. It's the first recording.
I think this is the first one. So this is a great one to look back on, years from now. This is pretty late and everything. And yeah, definitely when we would love to have you, try out our beta and everything when it all comes out. And yeah, we definitely love to come back on at some point when, everything's rolling out and all that. Because trust me, we're going to be banging the drums on this one. We are going to get very, very loud when it comes time to, get the marketing real ramped up.
Nice. I love how you guys turn it up. So thanks again for being here, and we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Now, we've got Definity's hubs just going crazy. They are all over the place. Definity, guess what? They are working on ground zero at a lot of different universities. Here they are in Bali, messing around with 200 students, teaching them about ICP at a blockchain on campus. Here we go again. We got Portugal, same deal. We got Malaysia. Now, a lot of these countries are very crypto friendly, folks. So you guys have to keep that in mind. So Definity is kind of using these hubs to focus and reach out to a lot of the builders in these types of communities. So very smart thing to do. They had over 200 plus at a Hong Kong IC Hub launch event. To draw a crowd of 200 people, folks, that is no easy task. Also, we've got some developer grants that are hitting up the IC ecosystem. This is huge. Community grants, developer grants. I've said before, I've gotten some community grants before, but there are some developer grants. Rent B Space Basically, is a crypto-friendly property rental platform with a captivating short video format. So follow these guys at RentBSpace. I'm going to be looking at a little bit more about this, but it's the traditional property rental industry suffers from a lack of accountability, enabling fraud, fees, and confusions. And I think I can speak on this because every time you go to order a hotel or something, you get like the cleaning fees, you get the local city taxes, you get the county, state, federal taxes, like all this stuff that's not included in the price. So it'll be interesting to see what exactly is going on with this. I'm not really entirely sure what it's all about. VFans is getting a grant. Basically, it's a decentralized subscription-based content community, which is interesting. And I believe this is Chinese, and I don't know Chinese. So kind of excited to see what that's about, too. TerraBlock was also another grant recipient, which is a gateway to effortlessly bridge the gap between TradFi and DeFi. So, I mean, I don't know if they're going to be providing some sort of, basically like an on-ramp like they claim. We'll have to kind of see, maybe have these folks on as well. Let's talk about the charts right now and the state of the crypto market. We're just going to look at this on the last day. And it seems like everything has been pumping. I know today I've made about I've grown my portfolio about 16% on about 3 trades today. So it's been a good day for me. I've traded eGold, I've traded Ethereum, I've traded, I am now in a trade on Stellar Lumen, and we'll talk about my Twitter handle. I've been kind of throwing around some things on this as well. XLM, basically what I think we've got this inverse head and shoulders going on. So that's what I'm messing with right now. But as far as ICP is concerned, well, we've got a nice breakout to the upside on the daily. It looks like people are selling this wick back down to this $4.65 level. And you can see that this candle top is really lining up with all these other candle tops. So there might be some sort of like a sell wall that is being positioned at or around that level. When it comes down to it, if we get rid of these high wicks above this line, we've got a very prominent, folks, ascending triangle. So this is a very bullish thing to be seen. And where do I think that price could go from here? Well, I mean, let's talk about that for a second. Let's just look at ICP on the weekly chart. And this is very important for us to know that ICP is now really kind of trending above this 50 moving average. And we are gearing up towards a run at this Ichimoku cloud. And I've said this before many times, but there has never been a time on the weekly chart where ICP has been above the Ichimoku cloud. And we'll show you a Bitcoin chart just to see what that looks like. In fact, on the weekly chart, we've never had a candle above the 50 moving average. So I think that ICP is primed to run. I think the first spot of resistance is going to be right around $22. This ain't going to happen overnight, folks. I wish it would. I really do. But I have my doubts on that. But right now, we just had a golden cross on the daily for ICP. Great to see. Price action's been above the cloud since around October 23rd. So we're on the up and up. We have a very nice bullish consolidation pattern getting ready to lift off. Now let's just look at Bitcoin here, and I'm going to show you guys what this looks like when price action reaches above the cloud. And we're going to rip all the way back, folks, till like 2014. A lot of you probably still in diapers by then. Here we go. Price got above the Ichimoku cloud on Bitcoin, and it was up. We see that we had the coronavirus dip here. Once price came back up over this 50 on the weekly, boom, it was off to the races, right? So now we've got Bitcoin up in Atom, and really when we look at Bitcoin here, even on like this hourly chart, it's kind of rampaging. I think that there could possibly be somewhat of a rising wedge here. I'm not sure. It's just some really bizarre price action that is happening right now. So keeping an eye on Bitcoin right now. I'm not sure. Like I said, there could be some sort of ascending triangle that strips this price back down closer to this 50 moving average. We are looking for a little bit of a bump here off that. One thing I want you guys to watch for is Monday, December 4th, folks. That is a Fibonacci time sequence. So expect a reversal or expect some sort of increased volatility, folks, by Monday, within a day of December 4th. So I don't know, folks. It is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks again to the people at Blox, Aaron Bremser and Blockchainboy. I almost just spilled over my coffee. It's time for me to go. Peace.